What's next? I'm going to link a video from Aaron Doughty in the description. Basically, this meditation, I've been doing it for the past 7 days. It's about linking into your most optimal timeline. And I think the meditation is fantastic. But I think also with that, you have to wake up each day making, a positive declaration. But with it is it either I'm in my most positive timeline or I am in my most ideal timeline for me, which is this meditation is about getting into your optimal timeline. But I think waking up each day and starting your day with I'm in my most optimal timeline and starting basically giving yourself that foundation. The only thing I have to warn you about is that when you get into your optimal timeline, things have to change in your life that are going to happen. So you want to be in your most optimal timeline, the most positive timeline for you. But where are you currently starting at? And to get there might involve a couple of things to change, and they're going to change quickly. Don't let that discourage you. It's going to happen very quickly, and things you're going to think is, oh no, this is bad, or this happened, or this fell apart. Unfortunately, you want to be in your optimal timeline. So if you look on the exterior of things and look at from others' point of view, things might fall apart that actually you might think affects you, but actually don't affect you. It affects your life in connection with others. It's hard to express, but once you are moving into your most optimal timeline, some people might fall out of your life, some things might change, some things that you hold precious might break or fall out of your life, and that's to leave space for what you really need. And it's you're in your most optimal timeline, so you're going to progress forward. But this meditation is important, yes. That's why I didn't do it. I think he only has you do it for once, but I've been doing it for 7 days because I think I am in my most optimal timeline, but I think I've meandered or fallen off the path a couple of times, and I've moved away from the exact right path. And so that's why I also stated each day, along with my favor declaration, bringing favor into my life and bringing others in my life favor. The only thing is that as you reach your most optimal timeline, there are going to be people that are going to fall out of your life. And I know it might hurt. I have to let them go. Things will change. And it's just one of those things where you have to be happy with letting things go. That's difficult. But the idea is I want to share my life with those who are at least in partially alignment with me. And if those in my life who are not at least in partially alignment with me, may they find a path that is more in alignment with them for us to meet up on our path once we are, again, partially in alignment. Because even though you have people in your life that you share, that you love dearly, if they're not at least partially in alignment with you, there's going to be a lot of trouble. There's going to be a lot of difficulties. And it's going to be on both sides of the situation. And it's one of the things where if you can't at least have partial compassion with each other, at least partial positive debate, positive discussion, it's going to become arguments, and arguments are always negative. Debate can go either way. Discussion means both of you listening to each other, both of you hear each other's points, you don't agree, you don't need to agree, you're just listening. You want to understand each other's perspective. It's not about convincing, it's about listening. Argument is always about convincing the other one why you're right, and it's a waste of time. So if people in your life you're actually having arguments with, sometimes you just gotta let them go, let them go on their path, and eventually once they clear that out, and maybe their subconscious comes forward and says, hey, they were right, and things fall back into place. Just how life is. So reaching your optimal timeline for you might be difficult in the beginning, but as the initial shakeup happens, it gets easier and easier. But that's just my ideas. I welcome anyone else's. If you have anything else to input, if anything important to say, or even critique, I'm here to listen. That's my channel is about expressing my ideas. They're not facts, they're just ideas at the time. And if you made it this far, I welcome a positive discussion. Just comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I might be posting less videos because a video each day might be too much for some people. And I just gotta think about, do I really want to impose 5 to 10 minutes a day of my ramblings on everybody? But that's just me thinking out loud. What's next?